In today's video, we're going to look at badge style. That's one of the styled columns which Adaptable offers. As you can see from this grid, Adaptable provides 5 different types of styled columns. That's where, with a few keystrokes and just a very small definition, you can tell Adaptable to render a column in a particularly advanced style. As I say, we have 5. So if you look at name and closed issues, they're both using the badge style. GitHub stars and closed PRs are both percent bars. Open issues and open PRs are both using the gradient style. History line and history area are using Sparkline columns. And lastly, this column here and this column here has wiki are both using checkbox columns. So they're the 5 styles, and we're going to look at this badge style here that we can see in this column and this column. So what is a badge style? Well, essentially it's when you can render each value in a column using a badge. So essentially, instead of highlighting the whole column, you just highlight the text. And you can provide an additional icon if you want. So let's, for instance, go into GitHub stars. Let's create a styled column. And because it's numeric, there's 3 offerings: gradient, percent bar, and badge. We will do badge. We will keep the current grey, and let's add an icon. In fact, let's make it a star. And there we are. That's all we need to do. And now we can see that GitHub stars has put a badge around every element. Now let's do the same, say, for language. So this time it's a string, so the only one we can have is a badge style. But this time we're going to change it. We're going to, for instance, do some different colours. So let's make this one blue and white. And this time we're going to have a rule. So the rule says where it's equal to JavaScript, then we will be to do it blue and white. Let's add a second one. Let's make this one to be red and white. And again, we'll do a predicate of equals to TypeScript. And then finally, we can add a third one. Let's make that one green and black. And in fact, this time we won't need to add a rule because it will be everything else, which in our case is HTML. So now when I finish, there we are. We've created our 3 badges, and we can see that we've got these 3 rules: JavaScript, TypeScript, and HTML. So that is actually all there is to a badge. We have a demo, which we can look at here. Let's make that full screen. And there's some interesting features here. So if we make the code a bit bigger, we can see that here we've provided 4 badges. We've provided one for the name column, just using the default grey. We've created one for license, a bit like we did for language, where we've created 3 different rules and a value for each rule. Closed issues, we have 3 rules. If we go to that one, where's that? That's here, closed issues count. You can see we've got 3 rules less than 1,000. We show this icon in red and white. So this is using the icons which Adaptable provides. But it's worth mentioning that you can provide your own icons if you want. Adaptable provides about 70, 80 icons for you to choose from, but there's nothing wrong with you choosing your own icons. And in fact, that's what we've done here in language, where we can see that we've said where it's JavaScript, this time we're using this external icon for JavaScript, this external icon for TypeScript, and this one here. And in fact, lastly, if you want, you can only show the icon. So for instance, and this is quite common where people want to say, show the currency as a flag. So the currency might say EUR, or you might have a country which is United States, whatever. And then instead of typing United States, you can just show the flag of the US, and you can then go into a format column. And if we go into the display format, we can actually make the column itself empty, so that we now only, of course, see the icon, which could be a flag or could be anything else. So that's all there is to it. Badge style is a nice way for the user, either at design time, like we did here, or at runtime, like we did here, to tell Adaptable to render cell values using this badge. And obviously you can change the border radius and everything else as much as you want. As always, thank you for watching. Any questions or you'd like to learn more, please get in touch. We'll be delighted to give you a personalised demo or to provide you with a free, no obligation trial license.